Hello my YouTube fan, thank you for coming along, it's nice to see you again. What I'm doing today is something else different. Now we know that there's plenty of pallets to be had for free wood anywhere. Just go ask your local builders, merchants, look at any building sites. They're always wanting to get rid of them, so I got some given the other day and I stripped them all down. I got them down into bare pieces of wood and what have you. And I thought, what can I do with these? So, what are you making out of them, Tone? Well, I'll show you. Seed trays. I mean, they're quite hefty, but they're well made. These will do for years, these. And the beauty of using wood is that so long as it's protected inside, these are going to be burnt on the inside with blow lamp and then oiled. The beauty about these is that wood holds the moisture in the soil, whereas the plastic just gets warm and it dries it all out and whatnot. So anyway, this is what I've been making. Very good, Tom. Oh, thank you. Right. I've made two so far, and I make them so that they stack inside one another as well. But what I was doing this morning was I was making a jig. So I've got some pieces of wood cut, and then what I did for the bottoms, so that I know that they're going to be right every time, because it takes some faffing. I've made a little jig up. So this is 9 inch by 14 3/4, and then what you do then is I'll just lower you down here. I'll have to send this back around. Put that down there like that, and then I was just trying to determine, because with pallet wood it's all different sizes. You know, you get bits of tat and what have you, and some's wider than others, some's thicker than others, so you need to determine your pieces, which is what you're going to use. So what I've settled on is 2 3-inch pieces, and then I think that's 1.5 inches. No, you're wrong. 35mm or roughly 1 3/8 inches, so that you've a bit of a gap at the bottom for moisture to run through. And then what I've got some feet like that. Can you see it? Yeah, of course you can. Then you put the feet on, and I'll mark on here exactly where they want to go. So these are 3-inch. So I'll put a mark there and there, and I'll write 3-inch, because that's what I want them at. And then that one, what did I say, we're at 35mm, or inch, and oh, there's a bee just flown, it's silly Billy. 1 3/8 inches. So I'll make a mark there. And then if I did the first two I made without a jig, and it was getting it all squared up and what have you, and getting it right. But once you've got a jig, you're sorted. So they're all in position. Just making a jig. Well, the full jig, I'll have it sorted soon. I'm still messing with it per se. So that will go on there. I'm going to use that just to show how far these bottom stairs need to go, so that they're uniformal. Is that a word? Uniformal. Right, where's me? So I'm one for making jigs, mate. like when they were in engineering, welding and what have you, you had to make jigs for all sorts of stuff if they were repetitive things. So that's why I'm doing this. I mean, I might not make any more, I don't know, but it's something useful to make out of pallets. I mean, they're going to be that strong by the time they finish, you could even leave some of your plants in here. Can we turn? Yeah, that's a stupid thing. That's because I'm talking and trying to do something at the same time. Put that there. That's your backdrop. Just make sure they're about even. That's where it goes. Unless you knock it like that. I'm getting nervous now because I know you're watching me. Keep checking your jig. I'm sure I'll make a lot more of these. I say I've got tons of pallet wood. I know that's an exaggeration, but I do. I never turn wood away because when I make anything, I don't have to go buy any wood. I can use what there is. And your bottoms, really, if you've got a jig, it's as simple as that. A good bandsaw's handy as well, because these weren't exactly 3 inch. I had to cut these down, these two. So then you take your piece out, there's your bottom done. One thing you do have to be careful with this is that it's very dry and brittle is the wood, so you can end up with stuff stuck in your hands, so you have to be careful for that one. So right, I'll set this one back up now. I've just altered this middle piece to be 2 inch, so it's just a little bit of a smaller gap either side, but like I say, you make it how you want. Because I'm thinking I'll put black plastic sheeting on that at the bottom, and where that line corresponds to, I'll poke holes in it just to let it escape. Now that I've got some nails that are too big to put these on, so I've made a mark on the bench or on my vise, just where it's, I need about 1/4 inch or so off. Good sharp pair of pliers. One, put your fingers up to it. Never panic. If you ain't got it, make do and mend. That's what Grandad's sheds are for. So as I say, I've got a mark scribed on here just to say how long I want these for them. Obviously I don't want them coming out the other side and pinning it to that. So I need 6. Easy to cut with a good pair of pliers, snippers, pincers, whatever. And then just round them off a bit with your linishing belt or whatever. So just hold that thought. I'm just going to put a bit of a... Well, actually you can watch if you want. If you're sad, you can watch me do this. Let's have a look. Where are we? Is that bright enough? Yeah. So, put the belt on. These feet are just so that it can drop inside your other one for stacking. this is as far as we'll get on this today. I just love messing with tack wood. So they're all done now. Them's all the end ones. These are the side ones. So all we need to do now is just put them on linishing belt and tidy them up a bit. Keep them spells out of your hands. Right, okay, let's go back in now. Yeah, so get these tidied up. All gloves on, make sure don't get any spells. Right, you just carry on. You don't want to see me do them all. Oh, do you? Okay, so we're back on the scene again. We've got the blow lamp. There's clicky clicky. So what we're going to do now is we're going to burn all these up, burnish them, and it'll help protect them a bit from moisture. So it's quite straightforward. All the insides, trying to get right into the cracks. Meanwhile, try not to set your workshop on fire. Quite decorative actually. That they found some ships that the Phoenicians built, and a lot of the timber was still in fair condition after thousands of years. And what it was, their trick was exactly this, burning the wood. So I'm not going to go sail this anywhere, but you get the point. Yeah, they just burnt all the timbers. Makes you wonder where they got a blow lamp from, doesn't it? I used to make shelving like this many years ago, delf shelving. Burn it and then sand it up, and this will look quite nice. This is really dense material, is this one? Really heavy is the wood. So that's another tip actually. If you're going to use pallets for these, try and pick up the heaviest pieces of wood that there is to do these bottom bits. Because with them being more denser, they'll obviously last a lot longer. If it's really light and feeble, then no, don't do that. Just use that for the sides. There we have it. You can see all them now. Right, so just out of a few pallets, got some really nice seed boxes. So what do you do next then, Tone? Well, I'll show you, shall I? If you've really burnt it badly, well, look at that, black hand again. You can either go over it with a bit of sandpaper, just to get rid of the soot, as it were. Bear with me, I'm looking for it. I think if I'm to do all these, I need some more linseed oil. Give them an extra water protective finish. So you can go over them with a wire brush, which I did have, and I don't know where it's gone. I mean, it enters other places that big. Or you can just get one of these rubber blocks, give it a quick sand down, no, in fact I think this is better, nice and flat, sand them down, just gently, just to get rid of dirt off it. I mean, these things should last you years, but I don't think they're going to see me out, that's for sure. I'm not as young as I used to be. Right, so that's one. Let's just get this oiled up, shall we, and then you can see. This really brings it out. I've had this some time, haven't I? Boiled linseed oil. I'll have to get some more. Sip and deedly. Might deserve a new rag, I think. I can run to that. I'll just cut this off. Oh, I've got sniffles. I told you it was cold today. Windy. Come on. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Or failing that, sharpen your scissors, you waller. There we go. Right. Get some oil on there. Stand up. What you do, just give it a nice oil. Right, I'll get back to you when I get some compost and what have you. I ain't got room in greenhouse to do these, so what I'll do is we'll do it in here. Oh yeah, we're really looking forward to that one. I thought you might be. So right, I'll get back to you. Right. So, getting to the good part now. You don't have to use these liners. You know, you could just put it straight into the wood, but I'm gonna. Because I'm a faffer, you know what I mean. It's just out of compost bags. So, let's see where the splits are, so I'll just put a few holes. In theory you should be able to use these plastic things over and over again. So, let's see where the splits are, so I'll just put a few holes. In theory you should be able to use these plastic things over and over again. Right, get some compost in it. I'm going to put some cornflowers in these. I don't know about you, but I used some Levington's compost seed, and to be honest, I've already had a filter through it, but there's just big chunks of wood in it and what have you. There's a piece there, look. But I got a real piece out of it. Somebody's flipping garden fence. I think they're going downhill. So I've mixed a bit of compost with it, as well as seed stuff. Spread that about. More chunks. Where's my spreader? It's not the spreader, it's... So I'm going to spray it down. Tamp that down with that. It's just a bit of wood with another bit of wood fastened to it. Right. We'll soak this. It's nice to make something to actually use. It's brilliant. Seed cone, what are they? Just sprinkle some of them. It's good when you can use flowers that, you know, perennials, where they'll come back every year. Plus you can, well, these won't come back, you've got to use the seeds and start all over again. If you collect the seeds, you don't have to buy them again, do you? Because they are expensive. I think these are about £3. So what I need to do is get them going and then thin them a bit maybe. So a little sprinkling of top on it, not too much. You didn't think it'd end up a gardening programme, did you? Eh? Like I say, it's a diverse channel, all can happen in it. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'm not interested in mass numbers, but it's nice to have a few followers. Get a bit of a buzz out of it, that somebody's interested in what I've got to say. What do you mean, don't be too harsh on yourself? Oh dear. Ooh, sunflower seed in that. So I shall give this another little light spraying, and then I'll move this to the greenhouse. So, well, I wouldn't have had room to do this in the greenhouse, so I'm doing it here for you. Right, and that's it. That's it. I'll have to let you know how I get on, won't I? Do a cut that. What do you do if you've got a sharp pair of scissors? I'm just faffing here, aren't I? Faffing again. Just trying to make it look a little bit more feng shui. Should have had a Stanley knife. Come on, get down there, you. So that's it. That's another a little job. I love them. They look great. As I say, they're not that heavy, even though they're made out of a bit thicker pallet wood. And the end result is your nice seed box tray. So thank you for joining me on this one. Up to seeding another one. I don't know what's going to be next, but I shall have something planned for you. So yeah, thanks for coming along. Bye for now.